Hello and welcome to another edition of the Library Marketing Show. I'm your host, Angela Hursh, the founder and curator of superlibrarymarketing.com, the blog where we share tips, tricks, and strategies to help you out with library marketing to make your job easier and hopefully more fun. On today's show, we're going to take a reader question. We're going to hand out some kudos to a library and do a couple of little book reviews. Before I do that, I want to encourage you to go to superlibrarymarketing.com, click on the Library Marketing Show tab, and send me your reader questions or any other feedback you have. You can also, of course, like, share, and subscribe to this video with the buttons below. Please do, and leave comments. Let me know what you think. Let's talk about these topics, and we'll connect. Cool? All right, we're going to start with a reader question today, which comes from Jenny, who works at the Redwood City Public Library in Redwood City, California. Thank you for your email, Jenny. I'm just going to grab my piece of paper so that I can read it. Jenny actually emailed me after a webinar that I did back in July about digital promotions of library events. And basically, her question is asking, she's trying to get to the point where she can stop making individual program flyers that her graphic designer spends hours and hours and hours creating. And she says it's kind of a waste of paper and time. Agreed. She says, do you have any data or compelling writing on why stopping making individual flyers is necessary and instead shifting toward a one-stop shop flyer in digital marketing? I need to make a case to staff who are sold on the idea that flyers are the end-all, be-all of marketing. I think I can help with this. First of all, flyers are fine, but I am in favor of not doing those one-off flyers that Jenny says is taking so much time and effort. I think that's a common problem for a lot of libraries out there. Here's what I think. It's more effective, of course, to do digital marketing, and that's because digital marketing reaches people where they are. You can pick up a flyer at an event, but digital marketing people will see on social media, they'll get an e-blast, they might see something on the library's website. We know there's data that suggests that people need to be touched with a marketing message as many as 4 to 7 times before they take an action. So flyers are fine, but they're only part of the story. And I think that's why a lot of libraries are not effective with their marketing, is that they're just relying on flyers and not any of this other stuff. I do agree that we need to spend less time making flyers. My library has moved to a template situation, so a lot of our programs have a theme or are recurring, and I've asked my graphic artists to make a template that we put on our interlibrary website that our librarians can use to create their own flyers, and that helps us out. The thing we're really pushing here at my library at this point is a personalized or a really strategic and targeted digital approach. So here's a really great example of that. We have a big speaker coming into town in October, Brian Stevenson, who founded the Equal Justice Initiative. And I could have done flyers and I could have just sent out an email to all my cardholders, but instead my staff and I did some research and we identified the exact target audiences that we really thought would be interested in this particular speaker. We looked online to see what their email addresses were and their website were, and we actually created the flyer, but then we sent the flyer in PDF form to those organizations to tell them about the fact that Brian was coming and that tickets were on sale. We did that. We had about 2,400 seats that we needed to sell. We sold 2,400 seats in 2 days. And I really think it's because not only did we create a flyer, but we did it in digital form on a PDF and we sent it to those targeted audiences. Again, I think digital marketing is extremely important because you have folks who never come into the library branch, who always interact with you either through your e-branch or whatever it is that you have branded, or whatever you call the place where you have all of your ebooks and audiobooks and the things that you can download. You have people who only go there. They never set foot in a physical branch. They never go to an event where your library might have a table, so a flyer is never going to reach them. That's the point of doing digital promotions. I don't have any specific data that suggests that digital promotions is better than flyers, except for very subjective data that comes from my personal experience, which is that when we started doing digital promotions and doing it really well, doing targeted emails, doing targeted social media, having a strategy for our digital promotions, we increased the amount of people attending. And that was something that we couldn't do with just posters and flyers. I have a couple of articles about digital promotion strategy, why you don't want to just make flyers, why you want to integrate digital promotions into your overall library strategy, and I'll link to those in the show notes to this episode. I hope that helps you a little bit, Jenny. Of course, if you have any further questions, you can contact me on superlibrarymarketing.com. Just click on the Library Marketing Show. All right, it's time for our kudos, which goes to a friend of mine. Her name is Stephanie Cargill, and she works at the Stark County Public Library here in Ohio. And I really just loved this discussion that we were having on the Library Marketing Outreach Facebook page recently. I'd asked people about their email successes because I love library emails. Obviously, I'm looking for other libraries that are doing that successfully. I got a lot of comments back. So if you want to be encouraged by other libraries who are doing email and doing it well and getting results, you can go to that post. I'll put a link in the show notes. But Stephanie had a really good comment. She said that they have reinstituted a drip campaign to their inactive card holders. So they use Savannah by Orange Boy like my library does. And Savannah can tell you when people haven't used the library for a long period of time. They call those people inactives. They're still card holders, but they haven't been into the branch. I think it's like more than 90 days. It might even be it might be 6 months. It's been a long time since they either stepped into a branch or used the e-branch. And we're at risk at that point of losing those card holders. So Stephanie did a very smart thing. She put together an email drip campaign, which just means that she emails those people every so often at a cadence that she sets and offers them, shows them different services and different things that they can use their library card for to entice them back to get them to use their card again. And they had a 4% jump in market share just for the first quarter that they started to do that drip campaign. So that is amazing and awesome. And I just want to give kudos to Stephanie and her staff. I love email marketing. You know that I do. I love drip campaigns. I'm going to write a post soon about how to do a drip campaign. I'm going to do a session at the Library Marketing and Communications Conference in St. Louis with Orange Boy about my library's new card holder drip campaign, how we did it, how we set it up, and hopefully that inspires you. Good job, Stark County. Be sure to send me if you have a kudos, you can send it to me through the Library Marketing Show tab on superlibrarymarketing.com. Finally, book reviews. I read Calypso by David Sedaris. I loved it. I would suggest you listen to the audiobook version because, of course, he reads it. My reviews on Goodreads. If you want to connect on Goodreads with me, I would love that. Listen, this is Lillian Boxfish Takes a Walk. Guys, I tried. I really, really tried. I got about a third of the way through. I thought it was boring. I'm sorry. So I stopped reading it. Now I'm reading Evergreen Tidings from the Baumgartners. So I'll let you know how that works out. If you have a book suggestion for me, you can send it to me through superlibrarymarketing.com. Click on the Library Marketing Show. That's all we have for this episode. I hope to hear from you soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Comment. Let me know what you want to talk about, what you think. Thank you. Good job on library marketing, and I'll see you next week.